Greetings, history aficionados. I'm your host, that spicy history teacher, and today, we embark on an enthralling journey through one of the most critical chapters of World War II, the Battle of Midway, the turning point of the Pacific War. As World War II raged on, Japan had a bold ambition: to remove the United States as a Pacific power and expand its territorial reach in East Asia and the Southwest Pacific Islands. To achieve this, they hatched a daring plan: defeat the US Pacific Fleet and establish Midway as a strategic stronghold from which they could launch an assault on Pearl Harbor. By securing dominance in the region, Japan hoped to compel the US to negotiate a peace favorable to their ambitions. Amid this tumultuous period, the United States gained a vital advantage in the form of intelligence. In early 1942, Navy cryptanalysts achieved a major breakthrough by cracking Japanese communication codes. Among the intercepted messages was one referring to an impending attack at a mysterious location cryptically designated as AF. The significance of this code would soon become evident. The pivotal moment arrived when the American base at Midway devised a cunning plan. They sent out a false message, deliberately claiming a shortage of fresh water. Their intent was to elicit a response from the Japanese, confirming that the same problem plagued AF, thereby exposing the attack's intended target. Japan, unaware of the ruse, played right into the hands of the Americans. At Station Hypo, the nerve center of the cryptanalysts in Hawaii, the deciphered messages revealed not only the attack's target but also its date, June 4th or 5th, and crucial details regarding the composition of the Imperial Japanese Navy's forces. Armed with this invaluable information, the United States stood ready to face the impending storm. The sun rose on June 4, 1942, with tension thick in the air. The Japanese launched their assault on Midway, raining destruction upon the US base on the island. However, unbeknownst to the enemy, the US carrier forces lay concealed to the east of Midway, their warriors poised for battle. As the Japanese aircraft returned to their carriers to refuel and rearm after the initial strike, they received unexpected intelligence. The presence of US naval forces in the area had been revealed. With the element of surprise lost, the USS Enterprise, USS Hornet, and USS Yorktown sprang into action, unleashing TBD Devastator torpedo bombers and SBD Dauntless dive bombers to engage the enemy. The clash that ensued was a fierce and momentous struggle. The Japanese carriers Akagi, Kaga, and Soru bore the brunt of the US counterattack, being struck, engulfed in flames, and ultimately abandoned. The Hiru, the lone surviving Japanese carrier, responded defiantly with two waves of attacks, focusing their fury on the USS Yorktown. The ship endured significant damage, yet remarkably remained afloat, for the time being. Tragedy struck when, on June 7, a Japanese submarine delivered the final blow, sending the wounded USS Yorktown to a watery grave. But the Americans were undeterred. On June 4, during a reconnaissance mission, a scout plane from the USS Yorktown spotted the Hiru. Responding swiftly, the USS Enterprise dispatched dive bombers to deliver a devastating attack. The Hiru's fate was sealed as it succumbed to the flames and sank beneath the waves. For 2 relentless days, the US forces at sea and on Midway pressed the advantage, leaving the Japanese with no choice but to abandon the battle and retreat. The price of this momentous engagement was steep. Japan suffered approximately 3,057 casualties, lost 4 carriers, 1 cruiser, and hundreds of aircraft. Meanwhile, the United States paid a heavy toll with around 362 men, 1 carrier, 1 destroyer, and 144 aircraft lost. The Battle of Midway marked a monumental turning point in the Pacific War. Japan's ambitions to expand were stymied, and the momentum shifted in favor of the United States. With Midway secured, the US embarked on a series of island-hopping invasions, leading to more decisive naval battles, and eventually pushing back the Japanese Empire. I hope this in-depth exploration of the Battle of Midway, turning point of the Pacific War, has piqued your interest in history. If you crave more thrilling historical content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Until our next riveting adventure through the annals of time, stay curious and keep exploring the past.